Hello, 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 everyone. I wanted to come in here tonight on election night. As you see, I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing my We the People shirt because I figured it suited the occasion. And there's a little bit of that old reason I went to law school feeling inside of me that believes in our democracy and believes that we can do some good things. But I'm not talking politics tonight, I promise. What I'm talking about tonight is mastering your mindset and training your brain. Now, I know I talk a lot about health and fitness, and this builds into it too, because have you ever felt that you can't get someplace with your health and fitness? Have you ever felt that you're stuck, that you get someplace that you can't move forward from? I don't care if it's a promotion at a job, if it's, you can't do push-ups on your feet, you can't seem to lose that weight, you can't seem to make happiness in your marriage or in your life. Like, all of these things start right here. In between your ears, it's your mindset, it's your belief system, and it's your brain. So what happens is that we decide before we even get started that we're gonna fail at anything new we try. Not all of us, a lot of us do. I know I did. I know that's one of the things that held me back at everything I'm doing for so many years. I never went to the gym. I did go from time to time, but I felt embarrassed and I hated it. I lost weight, but I gained it right back. I never consistently kept weight off. I was never in a healthy place with my self-image, with my body image, with my general happiness. I was in a job that I didn't like, and I was pushing so hard to get a promotion that once I finally got it after being passed over, realized I didn't even want. But I was fighting for all of these things, and I kept failing at them. And the reason that I kept failing is that my mindset wasn't right, is that my brain believed that I couldn't do it, because before I set out, I already gave myself that safety net in my head. Well, if I fail, it'll be because ABC. If I fail, it'll be, either somebody else's fault, or I wasn't ready for it, or, maybe I just wasn't stacked up for whatever it was supposed to be. But because I doubted myself before I even got started, I was destined to fail. And what happens every time that you get started on doing something for you, for yourself, that is good for yourself, that is a change from the way that you may have been operating before. So say you're starting a new system of time management. Say you're embarking on a weight loss journey. Say you've decided you're going to start being on time if you're a person who's always late, right? Like, anytime you try to do something different that's outside of your comfort zone and you're pushing for something that's greater, something is going to come up to challenge that. Something is going to interrupt what you're doing and make it harder for you to succeed. I like to think of it as the universe's way of testing you to make sure you really want to make change, because change is uncomfortable. Like, making a big change in your life that is for your betterment sucks in the beginning. Like, it's hard. You have to unlearn all of the things that you already did. You have to stop yourself from reaching for that bag of Cheetos. You have to stop yourself from zoning out in front of the TV for hours on end because you have bigger goals. And that sucks. It's really hard. And all you want to do is be more comfortable. As human beings, that's what we all want to do. We're terrified to step outside of our comfort zone because it might mean that we fail, and it might make it awkward, and we might not like it. But if you want something, if you really, really want something better for yourself and you're not happy where you're at, you got to set your intentions on that thing. You got to decide that you want it more than you want to sleep in the morning instead of working out. You have to decide that you want that feeling or that goal more than you want to say, fuck it, I'm going to eat some Doritos right now. I don't know why I'm all chips. Day 2. I'm on day 2 of my new nutrition plan, and all the toxins are working their way out and I'm craving chips. It is what it is, but I'm not going to eat them. Why? Because my goal of being really clean for 30 days, killing this program and getting my own transformation out of it and feeling like a badass at the Christmas party is bigger than my desire to dive headfirst into a bag of Sun Chips. That's 3 different chip references. I'm a health and fitness coach, you're welcome. But seriously, it starts in your head. Like, there are things that are gonna come up. Like, am I positive all the time? Abso-fucking-lutely not. I have negative minutes, I have negative days, I have like cranky moments, and you know, sometimes I just want to succumb to them and I just want to turn off the world and go under my covers and like cry about it, maybe watch some Netflix and like just whine about my day and like get drunk and pretend nothing ever happened. But I can't do that because I have bigger goals. I have people to help. I was put here for a purpose, and I know I'm in line with that purpose because I'm here right now instead of watching the election results, which is kind of what I'm super excited about. And I will be watching some of those later. But I really wanted to come in here and talk a little bit about the motivation that you need, the how to train your brain. So things that, like I said, you want to make a goal, things are going to come up, and then what do? Do you throw your hands up? Because you know that when you do that, that's going to end you up right where you started and maybe even further away from where you wanted to go than you were when you started. So you have to learn to identify that. You have to learn to recognize that those things that come up, be they in your own head or external factors, that you can say, okay, I'm going to readjust everything that I have going on. I'm going to deal with this particular thing that's coming up. I'm going to deal with that feeling. I'm going to deal with that event. I'm going to deal with, here's an example. Yesterday, or this past week, I've decided that I'm going all in on a time management system because I'm all over the place. I'm getting rid of all my excuses and my fears about the fact that I can't hold myself to a schedule, and I like to be flexible, and I hate to be rigid, and I don't want to write everything out because then if I miss one thing, it's going to screw up my whole day, and I'm just going to throw in the towel. But what have I been doing before? Not getting all the things done that I need to get done because I'm so overwhelmed about all the things I need to get done that it stresses me out and I go into like a little coma, right? So I can't operate on what I feel like doing, even though I know what I should be doing, because it's not time effective for me. I need to have a schedule, have some times that I know I'm going to be doing certain things and get them done. So I decided to get really uncomfortable. This is really uncomfortable for me because I am not that type of person. I am not super organized. To sit down and write a schedule and stick to it. And I'm determined to stick to it, right? So I did this. First couple days it was okay. I stuck mostly to it. I learned how to be flexible within the moment because that's such a key part. Like, things are going to come up, right? So you have to learn how to deal with it because you can't just run away and throw in the towel. You have to learn to deal with it, adapt, adjust so you can keep moving forward towards your goal. Keep your goal in mind. I want my own time freedom so that I don't feel like I'm working 24 hours a day because because I'm multitasking, right? That's a whole nother Coach Jamie tip, the whole multitasking thing, because hi, my name is Jamie, I am a multitasker, and that is a bad thing because you never get any one thing done right. But, so, I started this time management system, blocking out my time, planned out my whole week, right? Yesterday I planned out my whole week. So, you know what happens last night? My girlfriend gets her car won't start, so I go pick her up. And then today, I had to go jump her car, figure out how she was getting a new battery, get her to Pet Boys. Like, I had to deal with all of that, and that was not in my perfectly defined schedule, and now that I'm on the schedule rule, I can't abandon that, right? The old Jamie would have said, well, it's out the window now, I guess I'm not going to get anything done. Like, let's just order a pizza and screw everything and have some wine. Like, no, that's detracting from all of my goals. That is complete self-sabotage. I believe here, I know that I have bigger goals and I have to stay committed to them. I am training my brain to adapt to situations instead of running away in fear when something doesn't go right. So what I dealt with the situation that I had to deal with. Desiree needed a new car battery. Got it, we took care of it, no big deal. Yeah, that took some time away from my day. I came back home. I took a little detour at Marshall's. TJ Maxx, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you wanna see the mug I just got? It's so amazing. I got 3 mugs. See, this is totally an aside, but I need to do something that made me happy. Because, be amazing. Yep. Hello, gorgeous. Can you see it? Hello, gorgeous. Oh, the light. The light is messing it up. It does say hello gorgeous on there. It's really pretty. This little, yeah, there it is. There it is. I can see it now. And then I had to get me a Ms. Fancy Pants. God, I love TJ Maxx. They have such cheap stuff. Anyway, so I took a little detour. But then I came home and I got to work. I readjusted what needed to be done. I put on the priority list the most things that were the highest priority for me. And one of those things was coming in here and doing a Coach Jamie Tips live, because I haven't done one in a little while and I miss you guys. And I put in time for the other things that had to get done. And I let go of the things that did not need to get done immediately that I can put off till tomorrow. For me, guys, this is a huge breakthrough. This is a huge breakthrough because old Jamie, like I said, would have said, fuck it. Where's that bottle of bourbon? But new Jamie is like, no, I'm gonna stick to my goals. I have stuff to do. There's a reason I'm doing it, and I believe I can do it, and I'm focused on the prize. I rejected that feeling of running away and not dealing with anything and hanging out, and got back to work. Because it's Tuesday. It's not Saturday. And today is a working day. So I hope this makes sense to you guys, because I know sometimes I ramble a little bit. But the lesson is that it's in your mindset. And the same thing goes with your health and fitness. If you don't believe that you can do it, if you don't put your goal out there, have a connection, have a why, have a reason you want to reach that goal, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's that you want to fit into a pair of jeans. I don't care if it's that you have a high school reunion. I don't care if, you're just sick of being uncomfortable every day putting on your clothes. That was me. When I started my journey in January of 2014, I started because I couldn't fit into any of my clothes, and because my favorite store, Express, I love Express, I couldn't buy any clothes from there anymore because I didn't fit into any of them. And that got me really, really upset. And my original reason for getting started on this journey was so that I could buy clothes at my favorite store. Totally vain. I don't even care. That's the reason I got started. I then came to learn all of the other things that I get out of this. My emotional connection, my being able to help other people, like, changing up recipes to make them healthy, watching other people grow and reach their goals, being an inspiration, just leading a team. Like, all of this stuff is so amazing to me, and I love it so much. And just the emotional transformation I've had, and the fact that I've reconnected with my faith, and all of this stuff is just so huge to me. I've changed my mindset. But that all started because I had a goal that mattered to me. And that goal shifts over time. That's okay. But the goal mattered to me then. And I put that goal above other things. And I didn't do it on my own. I couldn't have done it on my own. But I watched other people that I was working with stick together. I reported when I didn't feel well. I recognized when I wasn't feeling like I was going to be able to accomplish anything. I recognized those pitfalls. I talked about it. I shared it in the group that I was in. And that's what made the difference for me. That was the breakthrough for me in my weight loss, is that I was able to connect with people who had been down this journey before and who knew how I felt. And so when I talked about it, I didn't feel alone. And I was able to recorrect the course that I was taking. I didn't just fall off because I knew I had to report to the people I was in this with. They were, in the trenches with me. They were trying to do the same thing I was. Like, I couldn't let them down. And for me, that was what made such a big difference. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why I run groups to help you. So if you're ready, if you've got a goal in mind that you haven't been able to reach yet, if you have a weight loss goal, if you have a fitness goal, if you have a health goal, and you need some help, and you need some accountability and support, and a group of people saying, I've been there, I know what that feels like, make sure you check in or I'll chase you down. Am I kidding? Maybe. Am I? Only my challengers know. Then you need to comment below. Help! Because I will help you. And it's time to get ready. And it's time to get started. But before you even comment help below, I want you to know what your goal is and why you want it. Because if you don't know what your goal is and why you want it, then you're giving up before you even get started. That's always the first thing I ask people. What is your goal? You want my help? Great. What's your goal? Because if you don't know what it is, I can't help you get there. And you need to know why, because when the going gets tough, you need to stick to it. And that is the power of training your brain. That is the power of mastering your mindset. That is the power of being connected to the why of what you're doing. Like I said, it doesn't have to be life altering. It doesn't have to be like, you know, I don't know, something crazy. It can be that you want to fit into your clothes, but connect the emotional why to that. It's so important. So that's it. I will help you if you know your goals. If you're willing to take a guess at what your goals might be. And they can move, they can change. It's totally cool. Initially, I wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model. Like, not a real one, just I wanted to look like one. And then I quickly learned that was never gonna happen because I had like lots of muscle on my body and I'm curvy and I have an hourglass figure and I don't look like a boy straight up and down on my body. Not to say anything bad about Victoria's Secret models, just that that's not my body type. And I had to learn to love myself for who I am. And I do. But that was a long time lesson. And my goal at the beginning is way different than my goal now, right? Like, I want to be fit, I want to be strong, I want to be a badass. I don't want to be skinny. I did. I don't anymore. But if you know what your goal is now, we're going to work towards it. You just got to know what it is and why. And then we can change it as you start to feel better. Because it's all in the mindset, and that's one of the things that we work on. So, that's it. Love you all. Hope you are having an amazing Tuesday election night. And thanks for tuning in. Love you.